What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg, with the cast of Grand Theft Auto 5. Ned, you played Franklin. What was that like?
Well, I just played myself, man. I was my homie, I'm just, I did what I did, man.
All right, well, really, we're at New York Comic Con, and we just did the Grand Theft Auto 5 panel. These guys were true rock stars. I want to talk a bit about that. Did you expect, Steven, a few hundred people to come out and go crazy and try to get your autograph and storm the stage?
Yeah. No. I was actually surprised. There was a little going in. I was like, I didn't know if this was out there a lot, if people knew, because even just outside coming here this afternoon, a couple people said Trevor and took pictures, and I said, where are you going? Are you coming or going in? They're like, oh, we're leaving. We've been here all day. I said, the three of us are talking. They're like, no. Oh, well, I'll just go grab a bite to eat and be back. So it got me a little worried of like sort of the off Broadway days, having to individually shake the four people in the audience, their hands, and say, thanks for coming, thanks for coming. So it was a big surprise. Yeah. And it was awesome to see that, like the tangible fans and signing and the people and rushing towards you and trying to get out the door. And
Solo, cool. What's all this like for you?
Oh, man, I'm taking it all in. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm being Trevor right now. But I'm taking it all in, man. I'm having a good time, man, and I want to act like Michael right now. He walks with his head for me and do like that. But it's a good thing, man. It's a blessing for me to be a part of this with these fellas right here, man. These is good dudes right here. These my brothers, man, and I'm going to take it back to the hood, and I'm going to rep them. If you ever come to the projects, I got you, and I got you.
Hey! So I've been looking to go to the projects for IG meet and greet.
Hood.
Ned,
yes.
You said some interesting stuff on the panel. I think my favorite being that when your agent came to you with the video game, you're like, no, I don't want to do a video game. What changed?
I saw the material, and it's a brilliant script. These guys are unbelievable who write this stuff. I mean, they're so prolific and they're so funny and they're so pointed, And you just read the material and you go, I'm in. Really seriously, that's all that changed. That was just, the actor in you. Going, oh, it's not a real thing. Guess what? This is the real deal, man. This is real acting. It's real fun, and I just had such a great time with these guys. I'm so glad that I said yes because. First of all, I'd have been really stupid to say no because I wasn't working.
You'd be at home right now kicking yourself pretty hard.
Well, I wouldn't be at home. I'd be out on the street somewhere because my wife would have kicked me to the curb if I'd have said no. But, yeah, no, it was great, man. I would have never met these guys. Never had so much fun. This is my boy right here. OGG. I love it. It's so much fun.
That was I talked about this on the panel a bit. The fact that the game works, I think, because you guys are so close and you can see the chemistry between you on the screen. But then on the stage, that's still there. You guys worked for 3 years together. Was there any moment where you wanted to kill everyone Solo, where you just wanted to be done with these people?
There was plenty of times for that, man. I wanted to strangle this dude because he just couldn't hold them hippie lunches in. He was eating these hippie lunches.
We had healthy options. We had healthy options at lunch. We need a mic assistant.
No, I'm doing it. I'm doing great. I'm still hosting here. I'm still moderating.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. Makes you good. So. We had options, and one of them was a health option. And the healthy option generally contained, some lentils.
But
and
I didn't know healthy food make you stink that bad.
Health smells. It's like love hurts,
Definitely
health smells.
In your case, man, there's no question. He's a methane actor. For all you guys, just so you know, he's
talking about my farting right now. Really?
That goes over well in IGN.
Come on, Greg, get really back control. It's your show.
Oh, I know. I'm totally in control. We're right where I want to be. But let's talk about acting. Let's talk about acting then. And Ned, how did you get into the character of Michael? And everybody else prepare a similar answer.
I just got into my imagination. I'm not a guy who goes around stealing cars or running over pedestrians or shooting people. That's, Solo's deal. But I just, you're an actor. It's all about imagination. And that was the thing that was really cool about this is it gave me an opportunity to reawaken my imagination, as an actor. And getting into it, you do the normal things. I did a picture exercise, like what is this guy going to look like? I found a picture of somebody and I made it and I just kind of got into it that way. I did a lot of stuff. I went back to Beverly Hills Playhouse, man. It just kind of, got back into all my old scene study stuff, and dug around and crawled around and found the guy.
What was fascinating for me, for all of you, is the fact that, especially for you, Michael, you talked about the fact that, you'd basically walked away from acting, and this was you coming back, similar to Michael coming back to being a bad guy.
Yeah, it was. And then that actually helped me, get into the character because I know what it's like to step out of what you really love. And, you know, I mean, it's hard, you know, but it's a hard life too. So if you're going to, you know, this is not an easy job, you know, an easy way to make a living. So you got responsibilities, your family and all that kind of stuff. You got to make money for them. And, you know, it's the same thing with Michael. Michael thought the best move was to get out of the game and he'd be happy. He'd be able to be a family man. You know, I was probably a worse dad out of the business than I was in the business. So, you know, because I didn't like what I was doing. I wanted to be an actor. That's what I do. So there's a lot of that. And that
it's so weird to hear you say things you can see Michael saying in the game about yourself, though. Inception.
That's kind of how you get the parts, I think.
Is that how it worked for you, Solo? I mean, you basically were Franklin. You were saying on the panel.
Yeah, but it was a little harder for me to start with with memorizing the scripts because I don't go to castings a lot. I don't do that like as a regular job, you know, like acting. So, you know, I brought raw talent to it. So what happened was I started getting advice from a few of the other actors, these two guys and a couple more, and they started like saying, well, you wrote raps before. So I used to write a lot of raps for a lot of artists and myself, you know what I'm saying? And I just started taking the scripts that I was getting, and they know it. I write the whole thing that I have to say, all my script to the side of it. And they were wondering why was I doing that. So when I was translating it from my hand to the page, I can remember it then. Instead of just trying to read it, I couldn't do it at all. Steven used to say, well, I put loud music on. I like to listen to loud traffic and people riding up and down the streets, and he can memorize through hearing other stuff. I could not do that. I tried everybody method, and it didn't work. I used to be in the middle of the scene, and they'd be doing their lines, and the director would be like waiting on me to just say, okay, hold on, and I'd just go. And they're like, cut. So, but I got it, and I'm here, and I did a good job. Don't you think so?
Huge progress.
That's what's
Huge.
up.
From day one.
See, I told you, I'm still on the job.
I'll just hold it. Yeah, from day one to after the 3 years, amazing. I mean, obviously, Ned and I have experience with lines, memorizing.
Theater.
The theater, yes. But for Solo, that's a huge thing. And we're also given, a lot of times, we were given 50, 60, 75 pages on a Thursday night or Friday. Now, we know we're working the following week. We don't know when, and we don't know what of the 75 pages we're doing. Very stressful. I mean, I usually have a 24-hour period where I'm a wreck because I need to really work hard. I'm not a natural memorizer. I've had friends on soaps that would have overnight, boom, they could memorize it. Pick it up in the morning, memorize it. No, I'm going over it and over it and over it, especially Trevor with some of his, you know, tirades, 2 pages long of crazy. Man. And I would like to stick to those words written.
Right.
Like that's my job, and that's how, you know, to sort of segue into the question.
Gregway, we call him.
Wegways?
We call him Gregways.
Gregways.
We're Gregway.
Oh, hold on. So you take your name, Greg,
And
Yeah.
way,
and then
take the sig.
Come on, huh?
smart. That's my boy. So, sort of segueing in with that is Greg weighing in.
Thank you, God. I can see what you're talking about.
Well,
You
now
don't
we
memorize
about
well.
the voice actor. How do you think I feel? Kid standing up going, about the voicing of Trevor.
Well, yeah, we did do 100 hours about a voicing, though, too.
I know.
So,
That's true. That's what he was referring to.
yeah, just that part. He wasn't referring to the mocap.
Yes. So,
But I don't think Steven's family know that he was coming to work every day, walking out in the middle of the set naked
helps me get into character.
with his panties on.
It's all for the performance. And that's sometimes what you have to do.
I mean, look at this guy, man.
Couple times,
This
yeah,
dude,
watch
rock
band.
solid,
Steel.
man.
Steel.
Shit.
Well, this is Greg Wade to a weird point. Real quick, final question for each one of you. We're going to go down the line. Bam, bam, bam. Is this the best project you've ever worked on?
I'd say this is definitely one of the best projects I've ever worked on. Yeah.
The best project I ever worked on besides my wife.
Oh yeah, second to the creation of my child, and beautiful wedding day. The third would be this
But
project.
the best project I ever worked on, hands down.
Yeah, there's no question. I'm so proud of this project. I'm so proud of these guys. You know, Solo. I'm so proud of him, and yeah, there's no question. It's the best project that I've ever done, and it's been the most fun. Hopefully, it'll be the most rewarding, and hopefully, it'll lead to more stuff where we go. Hey, remember when we did GTA? That was a good project. You know, it'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you probably already own Grand Theft Auto 5.
If you don't, you better get out, all 5 of you.
For everything about cool video games like that and cool people like everybody but Steven, keep it here on IGN.